Hey guys, Ivan here, and in today's video we got a couple of very interesting bodybuilding updates. If you noticed, I did not snap my fingers this time around because somebody said in the comments, stop snapping your fingers at us, we are not dogs. I never really look at it that way, but okay, if you guys don't like it, I'll stop it. Should I just clap before I start the video? No, I don't like that. I mean, this felt natural to me for some reason, but that's gone. I'll stop doing that. Don't worry, don't feel like dogs. Anyways, what we got in today's video, the first thing we're starting this video off with is a little bit of drama. And I know you guys love it. I myself admit I love it absolutely. And again, it is about Derek Lunsford. It's not anything Derek said, but it's about Derek Lunsford. Again, it's actually Martin Fitzwater who is talking about Derek Lunsford in a negative way. And he's talking to Andrew Jacked about it, who is not really disagreeing. Let me play this video for you guys.
I mean, I couldn't have asked for better, obviously, but just the experience, bro, like everybody backstage and stuff. Besides Derek being a little bit ego to everybody, but like how everyone sat back and we all drank a soda at the end and shit, that was the coolest thing, bro. That was my favorite memory of the whole thing.
Yep. All right, you heard it, guys. I didn't say anything. You heard Martin talk about this. So basically what he says is he enjoyed his Mr. Olympia experience a lot, how they were all hanging together, how they all sat down and drank sodas. It was an amazing experience, except for Derek being a little bit egotistical towards them all. And Andrew didn't really say anything about it. He didn't say yes or no, but he had his reaction. Check his reaction. So this right here is the moment when Martin says that he didn't like how Derek was behaving, and look at Andrew. He's nodding his head. He's trying not to say anything, not to show any kind of reaction. He doesn't want to get into any kind of drama. He was very vocal about it on many occasions. Whenever he is caught into some kind of drama, he always avoids it. And recently, for example, when Linda Murray was talking about him and what he got for his third place finish at the Arnold Classic, he was like, stop talking about me, stop using my name. I am out of all this drama. I don't want to get into any of this. So he doesn't want any problems. He doesn't want any problems with anybody. He's just doing his thing. He doesn't want to get in any kind of conflict with anybody. But at this moment right here, he was listening to Martin, and again, he didn't really react. He didn't say yes or no, but he's nodding his head. He's definitely nodding his head, and I'm sure he knows exactly what Martin is talking about. We all know what Derek is like. For example, when they were filming that Mr. Olympia battle video, he was talking to Tarek Elgindi in the background and he was hot mic'd and he said, for example, these guys are battling for third. Why am I with them? Why am I training with them? And then he ended up placing in third. And now recently saying that Nick should be thanking Derek for Derek entering this show. And there were so many things on different podcasts and everything. And the worst part is he's supposed to be this religious, this righteous person. But, he definitely does come off as super egotistical, full of himself. And me personally, I'm a very understanding person. I'm sure there is something about him, something deep inside of him that is causing him to be that way. So, if we knew everything about him and his past, maybe we would understand why is he the way he is. But, I definitely understand Martin for saying this because, I can definitely see Derek behaving this way that Martin is describing it in the backstage of the Mr. Olympia. And that sucks. That's bad. These guys are all at the same level. They should all hang out and, have fun when they're competing. Yeah, I understand. They're all nemesis. They're all trying to beat each other. But when it's all over, why not go for a drink and, relax and actually have a talk with your fellow competitors? I was always up for that. I didn't compete at that level, but there is a lot of guys who are my rivals, and I'm great friends with them. With some of them. So, but hey, it is the way it is. Somebody probably had to be that way, and that happens to be Derek. And I'm not basing this only on what Martin said and on Andrew Jacked kinda agreeing with him, but also on the other statements that Derek made, and I'm sure all of you guys have the same impression about this guy. But it is what it is. is, we'll see if somebody is going to humble this guy down at the Mr. Olympia. I mean, he was humbled last year by placing third, but then he won 2 shows this year, so I'm sure his ego is sky high again, so he probably needs to be humbled again. Will Nick be able to do that? Or maybe Martin, or Samson, or Hari, or all of these guys? I mean, we'll see. Probably not all of them, but maybe 1 or 2 of them, maybe even 3, maybe Derek can place even 4th. Who knows? But yeah, again, Martin doesn't like him. It seems like Andrew Jack feels the same way. I don't know about that one, but I'm just guessing based on his reaction. And also, like, Martin, I don't think Martin likes Nick as well. But these guys, I think they used to like each other, but they're rivals. I think they can, be cool. As far as Derek, I can't see him being friends with these guys. He's that way. And apparently, as you guys saw, Martin doesn't like him very much. And in my opinion, Andrew Jack doesn't love him either. But you guys tell me whatever you think down below in the comment section. Alright, the next thing we got is something really interesting. So, around 6 weeks ago, Roelly Winklaar posted a photo of himself, a current photo, in which he was hinting a comeback. I made a video about it when it happened, but recently Nick Strength and Power made a video about it as well. So Roelly replied to Nick's video. He doesn't care about my channel apparently. It's only important if Nick Strength and Power makes a video. I mean, it is what it is. So here is Roelly's response to this. So Roelly shared Nick's short video about him, and he says, "Is this what the fans want? Then I want more support from you guys. You guys can make me feel better and go train harder, and we'll see where we end." I mean, in that previous post that he actually made 6 weeks ago, he also said something about a comeback. So he says, "Magic mirror on the wall, do you think I can do a comeback?" But that didn't really seem like he was actually gonna come back. It looked more like he is teasing us, but what his physique looked like in this video was more of a hint for a comeback. I mean, he didn't look like this over the past years. I mean, I don't know how many years, but like 5-ish years or so, maybe a little bit less, 3-4 years. Like, he definitely was a lot smaller, a lot softer, and for some reason, now he actually looks pretty freaking big, right? Big and conditioned and full and hard. And guys, Roelly is 48 years old right now, so if he actually came back, do I think he should come back and do like the Masters Olympia? No. I mean, what is even the point of doing Masters Olympia? Nobody's even watching that. I mean, sure, it does get some exposure, but it's really not that relevant. And also, he actually looks like he could come back and look his absolute best. Maybe not as good as he was in 2018, 19 or before, but, with him, like, I don't see any lost body parts. Ramy lost a bunch, almost all. Like, he melted down. He lost his lats, his triceps, his calves, his, I don't know, man, like almost every body part, like his quads, his glutes have some bumps on them and so on. Roelly looks fresh. He looks fresh for sure. Yeah, okay, he's not as big and as hard the way he was when he was an active IBB pro and he was like top 3 in the Mr. Olympia and so, but he looks like he can get there. Maybe not in a couple of months, but give him like, I don't know, 6-7 months of really trying hard. I mean, I'm not saying he can be top 3 at the Mr. Olympia again, but can he win a pro show and qualify for the Mr. Olympia? For sure. I can definitely see that. I mean, I can't see his entire physique, but, he looks like he can do it. Yeah, he took that photo in that magic mirror, which definitely does make him look better than he really is. Here in this training video, you can see exactly what he looks like, so definitely downsized quite a bit. But again, he still has that freshness. Like, his muscle bellies didn't lose their length. Like, he still has full muscle bellies. And as far as the injuries, all I know that he has is, I think, a shoulder injury, and that's why he was forced to retire. And I think as far as tears, I don't think he had any major tears that, like, ruined the look of his physique. Like, everything is intact, I would say. Everything is fresh. So if he actually came back and if he actually regained the size, I mean, I can definitely imagine him coming back and looking really good. Like, Dexter was able to be very, very good to win pro shows at, I think, 51. And Roelly also looks very fresh, right? So if he really wanted to, I think he could come back very successfully. And again, this most recent post kinda seems like he's actually planning on doing it. But he says he wants more support, so all I can do is make a video about this, and you guys can go ahead and like that photo, maybe follow him if you don't follow him right now. I mean, he kind of gave us an ultimatum. If you want to see a comeback, you need to give him some support. So if you guys are willing to do that, go ahead and like his post, I don't know, comment on it, follow him. I did my part, I made a video about it, so hopefully we'll actually see Roelly Winklaar back on that stage. Alright, and finally we got an update from Brett Wilkin. We haven't really seen a lot from him lately, and he hasn't competed in a long time. He qualified for the Mr. Olympia late last year, and now he's coming back and he's doing the Mr. Olympia, and guys, he looks dangerous. Check it out. Alright, so here it is. He took a photo with some football player. Maybe he's super famous, but in Serbia we don't follow American football. That's how we call it. You just call it football. In Serbia, football is soccer. So I don't know who this guy is. If I'm offending somebody, I'm sorry. Anyways, Brett, right now, looks absolutely nuts, man. And the thing with Brett Wilkin is, like, he always looked like he could be one of the best guys in the world. Even on stage, like, he doesn't really lack much. You could say, like, before, at least, his legs were a little bit smaller, and maybe his back would be bigger, and maybe his condition could be a little bit better, like, but it's like details. He's very, very complete. He's very big. He's very proportionate and symmetrical, and also has the aesthetics, like a very good shape, good structure. So I always felt like he lacks just a little bit. He needs to polish his physique. Add some more size to certain areas and come in super condition. And I don't know if he'll actually bring great condition to the Mr. Olympia this year, but if he does, I think he's going to be really dangerous, because if you look at this physique update right here, he looks like he definitely improved. He looks like he's definitely better, bigger, fuller. His legs are improved. I mean, sometimes in his previous preps, he kind of lost a lot of that fullness when he was dieting down, so hopefully he won't make the same mistake this time around. He'll stay big and full, but he'll get just shredded enough. He was prepped by Matt Jansen before, and guys were talking about how he was prepping him. I think Phil Lewis talked about this, that Brett basically prepped himself for that last show that he won, because Matt was just unavailable. He couldn't get him on the phone. And also it seemed like Brett lost a lot of size in that prep, same way Quinton did. So now that he has a different coach, and it is Stefan Kinzel, I mean, at this point, I don't want to praise Stefan too much, because he also makes mistakes, and I don't know how many guys Stefan has doing the Mr. Olympia, and will he be able to do this prep properly, but I think he's going to do a better job than Matt Jansen for sure. I think this is going to be Brett's year. I think this year he has a chance to really do well at the Mr. Olympia if they notice him. You know, it's a huge lineup. You can get overlooked very easily, especially if you don't compete very often. So I don't know if they'll actually pay enough attention to him and realize how good he is. But if he brings great condition without losing the size and fullness, with his shape, his size, his completeness, overall, he definitely has a chance of being, I mean, at least in that top 10, but I can see him placing higher, maybe 7th, 8th, anything is possible. He does look crazy right now. And down below in the comment section, guys, you tell me whatever you think about Brett, about Martin and Andrew not liking Derek, and also about Roelly's comeback. Whatever's in your mind, comment section down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and see you soon, guys. All the best. Bye-bye.